Visible signs of aging only get worse as we age because of a decrease in our naturally produced collagen levels. Every decade, your skin suffers from a 10% decrease in its available collagen supply, as well as a decrease in its quality. That means you'll have lost 30% of collagen your body used to be able to naturally produce by the time you're 45, which is why you have to start supplementing collagen if you want to keep your youthful glow. In the next minute, I'm going to tell you how anyone can reduce visible signs of aging quickly and easily. After years of searching, the closest thing I've found to a modern-day fountain of youth is called collagen. Collagen rejuvenates and renews your skin from the inside out with 5 supercharged types of collagen your body needs for youthful-looking skin. By boosting your collagen levels with multi-collagen, you'll help restore your skin's elasticity and thickness while reducing the appearance of wrinkles. Try it today, risk-free for 60 days and for up to 51% off by clicking the link in the description box below or by visiting healthwithjericho.com. After placing your order, they will deliver straight to your doorstep along with a few added bonuses. Well, good damn afternoon, Americans. Jericho Green here with you once again. People, you want green gear like this, like the good damn morning Americans, you asked for it. Now it exists. MyGreenGear.com, 15% off all green gear for a limited time, and go to JerichoGreen.net. Get all my websites mixed up. That's where you'll find exclusive videos, one which I will be recording after this. You will only find it on my website, JerichoGreen.net. So, we may have heard the buzz going on in Los Angeles about 2 of the city council members. Oh, it's so stupid. So, what's her name? Nuri Rodriguez. Is it Rodriguez or Martinez? I think it's Rodriguez. She is the former LA City Council president from the 6th district. And she's no longer president because audio recording came out. Who recorded it? Was it the guy who's in the recording with her? Because he's another city council member, but he doesn't say anything bad. He doesn't say anything racist. She does. So was he plotting against her? Was he recording her to get her in trouble? I don't know. But there's 2 people on the tape. One of them is the guy, city council member, and then the other one was the city council president, Ms. Rodriguez. So they're sitting there talking, and he's talking about, the recording starts with him talking about how the district attorney, George Gascon, reached out to him and said that they need to talk, that he wanted to have breakfast or lunch or something like that. And so then she comes in with, well, what's taking him so long? Like, fuck him. Fuck that guy. He's with the blacks. That's what she said. And then she goes on to talk about Bonin, Richard Bonin, I think is his name. He's another city council member. And they had an MLK Day parade. I believe it's the one from this past year. And he has a son who's black. I don't know if he married a black woman and she had a son already, or if him and his white wife or whatever she is adopted this kid. I don't know. But they have a black kid. So she's talking about how at the MLK Day parade, the kid was on the float and he's jumping around. She said he almost tipped it over. He's talking about black and brown people. And his kid's acting a fool. He almost tipped it over. She said he was jumping around like a little monkey. She said it in Spanish. And then she said, that boy needs a beat down. She said, let me take him around the corner. I'll bring him back. He'll be acting different. So that's what she said. She also said that Bonin, or whatever, the guy who has the black kid, that he's using that kid as an accessory, like a Louis Vuitton purse. You know, the celebrities, they used to have the little African kids. That was their accessory. So she's saying that about him, that the only reason he has this kid is just so he looks good. So he looks like, you know, he's not racist, or he looks like he's all about the black and brown people or whatever. But she said He was jumping around like a little monkey. And fuck that guy. He's with the blacks. Is that racist? And I'll put a link in the description box to the audio so you can hear it yourself. I mean, if it is racist, let's say it is. I've heard worse. I really have. He's jumping around like a little monkey. Well, how do you know he was talking about, how do you know she was being racist? Maybe he was jumping around like a little monkey. Small things that jump around a lot and are very active, we usually call them little monkeys. It's not just Mexican people. It's not just racist people who say that. Fuck that guy. He's with the blacks. Well, I agree. Fuck George Gascon. He's one of the worst things that ever happened to Los Angeles. He's a piece of shit. I agree with that part. He's with the blacks. What does that mean? Does it mean he's supporting the BLM and all that bullshit, which he does? And speaking of supporting bullshit, she supports the Green New Deal and setting aside all this money from the budget to support it. So she's about that bullshit too. She's a Democrat making racist statements, question mark. Is that something new? No, we've heard Democrats make some honest to goodness racist remarks, but they are the party of racism anyway. He's with the blacks. I don't know, if we're being completely honest, I don't know if that's racist. He's with the blacks. That's what she said. I don't know. That doesn't strike me as racist. Does it come off as insensitive? Is that not the nicest way to say things? Yeah. But is it racist? I don't know. He's jumping around like a little monkey. Maybe he was. Maybe he did need an ass whooping. I'm sure any of us would have looked at a kid acting like that and be like, man, somebody needs to whoop his ass. So I don't know. I don't know if I would call it racist. And this is why you want her fired? This is why you want the president of the LA City Council fired? Because of this audio recording? You didn't want her fired before that? The handling of COVID, the lockdowns, the Green New Deal supporting that she does, homelessness, crime, poor education. You didn't want her kicked out for that. But now you got your homemade signs and your bullhorns out there calling for her resignation over this shit. I don't know. Would it be racist if there were two black city councilmen members? One of them was the president, and they're talking about somebody else. And they had a misbehaving child on the float, and they said he was jumping around like a little monkey. And then one of them said, fuck that guy, he's with the whites. If they blared that audio over loudspeakers across the city of Los Angeles, nobody would give a shit. So if you look at it from that angle, then no, it's not racist. Because if the colors were switched around and we played some racial musical chairs and shit got switched around and it was two black city council members talking about another one and said, fuck him, he's with the whites and his child needs his ass whooped and he was jumping around like a little monkey. Well, would it be considered racist? No. Would anybody give a fuck? No. So I'm going to have to say no. I don't think this was racist. It was unprofessional. It was unbecoming of a city council, a president of the city council, but racist, no. But here we go. Here's the firestorm. She's already stepped down. The councilman she was talking about who has the black son, we are appalled and hurt, and she has thoughts of hurting our child, and it's so racist. I think they're overreacting. Why don't you look at how your kid was misbehaving? Was he jumping around like a fucking little monkey? Then maybe you need to do something about that. What he should have said was, I don't want her to step down. I want her to stay here. I want her to learn from her mistakes and maybe learn to be a little more sensitive about the way she speaks. And then, if I were her, I'd want to talk to the guy who was in the room with me, because how the fuck did they record this? This is a private meeting between us two. So how did it get recorded? That's what I would want to know. But is it racist? Man, the fuck ever. This is the worst thing you've ever heard? Your black child's jumping around like a monkey. He's with the blacks. That makes you get fired now? Come on, man. They should have been fired a long time ago for other shit, much more egregious shit than what she said in that stupid audio recording. They should have been gone a long time ago, way before this. And then you have her bosses or other members coming out, oh, I should have said something. And there's no excuse. And that's what she said. There's no excuse for my actions. I take responsibility. You're part of the problem, lady. Shut the fuck up. You're part of the problem. You're capitulating. You're bowing down. And maybe she really is racist. Maybe she is. Did anybody know that before? People are who they are. They're not going to change. You're not going to make them change. You're not going to shame them into changing. They might change in front of you, but you best believe when they get home and shut the door, that's who they are. So people should try to bring their best person out to public. We all wear masks. We all have to change based on where we are. Some things, our core beliefs, no. But there are, I shouldn't say change who you are. There's certain ways you have to act depending on where you are. You're not going to talk out in public in some places. You're not going to go to church or something or be at your kids' school and talk like you do at home. Maybe not. That's what I mean. We all act differently according to where we are, but we're still who we are inside. Same with them. Apparently, she thought she was in the company of another Mexican person who shared her same sentiments, and maybe he did. But he didn't really say anything. I don't know why he's getting dragged into this. He didn't say shit. He was talking about George Gascon inviting him to lunch or breakfast. And she was like, fuck him, he's with the blacks, eh? Fucking dumb. But she's done for now. I mean, eventually time will go on. Maybe she'll go to another city, or maybe she'll just lay low and get another job in the city of Los Angeles. But these people don't give a fuck. But you people out there protesting in front of her job, getting organized like this because of that? Why don't you guys get organized about the worst shit that's happening in your fucking city? Other than what some city councilwoman said on a hot mic. Man, please, let me get in here with my beautiful wife and kids. But you know how it goes. I try to be done with the left, but they just won't let me. Please, subscribe. Hit that notification bell because every time it rings, a piece of shit lefty cries. Utilize the Linktree link. Get your ass over to JerichoGreen.net and MyGreenGear.com. I am Jericho Green. Man, I'm out.